Hey, thanks for tuning in. Talking about the Mark of the Beast and the 666 Death Seal that is actually a genetic manipulation within your energetic field. So if you're of a spiritual denomination or whatever, and you've had this baptism of the Spirit or anointing or whatever, like they'll say your chakras have been cleared out, that's that seal being removed. So that's like, the seal of Creator, like us, and then the seal of Jehovah, which is the 666 Mark of the Beast. So and there's several different seals, and this is going to go into them. This will be probably several parts. I'll try to loop them together. So before an understanding of this work can be had, one must realize and be aware of the fact that extraterrestrial races have been involved with the course of evolution on this planet since life was seeded many millions of years ago. So you can just replace extraterrestrials with fallen angels. This involvement includes both benevolent guardianship, angels, and malevolent interference, demons, from self-interested races. As a result of this intervention, humanity have had to integrate many genetic alterations which are now present in nearly all genetic lineages. Nearly all genetic lineages. A study of the pre-ancient history of Earth and an understanding of multi-dimensional anatomy is required to more completely understand how this affects us in today's world. Below is a brief instruction as to how these blockages have come about and what it means for us as individuals. Additionally, this information is not meant to scare anyone. It is simply intended to bring awareness to the greater reality that we exist within and thereby empower individuals to make conscious choices in line with their highest good and freedom. Now, you'll hear me talk about the Templar Axion seals in my other videos, so this is going to go into the Templar Axion seal. The Templar Axion seals are 6th and 7th dimensional genetic alterations implemented 10,000 and 3,500 years ago, respectively, by the Ra Confederacy, Ammonite and Azurite Gestalt families, and the Axios entity family, in order to protect the Earth and Terra from unevolved beings ascending through the halls of Amenti, Stargate portals to the higher harmonics. The Templar seals have been passed on genetically over time and now affect the majority of the population, making physical ascension impossible. More specifically, the Templar seal involved the removal of the 6th base tone of DNA strand 2, the 6th overtone from strand 4, and the 12th overtone of strand 5, which created massive distortions within the astral, mental, and emotional bodies, locking consciousness into the D3 time cycles of the HU1, which is, harmonic universe 1. In short, for biological transmutation, also known as ascension, to take place, we require to braid the 12 magnetic base tones and the 12 electrical overtones within each DNA strand corresponding to the dimensional frequencies we are inhabiting. And this results in an upfolding of the physical form to then reappear in the next harmonic. If there are fragments of the DNA-based magnetic and electrical overtones missing, this is not possible. A qualitative way to consider this is by comparing it to the way we do up a zipper. So if you try to do up a zipper and there's a link missing, the zipper doesn't work, it comes apart, or it just comes off completely, so the zipper doesn't work. So it's the same type of thing. If there's a piece of our DNA missing and we try to zip it up, it's not going to work. If the genetic zip cannot be done up, we cannot complete the integration of dimensions 1, 2, and 3 of harmonic U1, and therefore must remain locked in this time continuum. Genetic manipulations can be undertaken by advanced races whom are aware of the workings of the energetic grid system of the Earth, because we are all connected to the system as we live on Earth. These manipulations are automatically transferred to our own energetic fields and personal energetic anatomy as we are born. The seventh dimensional Templar Axion seal, this is a seventh dimensional Templar Axion seal of 1500 BC, involved the removal of the 6th base tone of the 1st strand DNA and the 6th base tone of the 5th strand DNA and the 6th base tone of the 6th strand DNA. This is the original meaning of the symbol 666, number of the beast. In that genetic codes carry this distortion cannot assemble their DNA adequately to qualify for the next harmonic universe. So this is one of the reasons why so many people are not waking up right now during this ascension cycle that we're in, also known as a SAC, stellar activation cycle. So people who have had these seals energetically removed, such as baptism of the spirit, clearing of the chakras, can then begin to rapidly integrate the higher dimensional frequencies of the higher harmonics in preparation for biological transmutation and ascension during the stellar activation cycle of 2000 and 2017 AD, peaking between the two. The information became distorted into the religious dogma of the judgmental God, and that we would be punished for our sins, yet this was only ever a confusion, distortion of the truth. We must remain incarnate within the first harmonic universe experiences, which include war, pain, suffering, hell, until we have evolved our consciousness sufficiently to align the second harmonic, which is truth, love, and wisdom. So when you get your chakras open, you talk about this Chakra and Binaz, and the merging of the two, and you get this truth, love, wisdom, often, it like unlocks you, makes you cry. So if you're drawn to the information that I'm even talking about, this already indicates that you're ready to go on to that, searching for truth and wisdom, and you're ready to move on and break your program. People still working within the lower third dimensional reality fields of Earth, physical, emotional, and mental bodies won't resonate to what this information is trying to get across. It doesn't mean that Jesus Christ is not real. That's not what I'm saying either. Actually, he integrated more lineage and more bloodlines into this and removed what Akhenaten had did by putting that seal in people, because he wanted to be God. So that's part of that is about. So let's go into the Zeta seal. The Zeta seal is I'm going to say the Zeta seal, I'm sorry. The fourth DNA strand integration requires to be active to understanding the meaning of this and therefore feel aligned with it. Everyone is evolved as they are meant to be according to their conscious evolution. So if you don't resonate with the information, we would ask that you would not even, continue with watching the videos. Just turn it off. Just go look at something else. Go read about the rapture or something. Things simply are what they are to people. And so people are still locked in with the 666 seal of the beast, and people are walking around right now as all kinds of different religions with the seal of the beast within them, and they don't realize it. And that actually keeps them from being able to hear truth, hear wisdom, and all that kind of stuff. So the mark of the beast is also the six-pointed star, symbolized by the six-pointed star. It is, the six-pointed star, you ask somebody, what does that star mean? Star of David, and then, real Hebrews will say, that's a fraud, that's not the Star of David, and there's so much dispute over what it means. And it's because it means so many different things. But one thing you have to understand at the base of it all is the six-pointed star with a circle around it, or the six-pointed star in itself, is only a key. It's sacred geometry, so it's neither good nor bad. It's what people are using things for. So just like Yeshua Christ was born into the world and reintegrated all of the races that had received that mark of the beast way, way back then, so that when the time would come that we would, the Essenes would wake up, it's the same thing with these other people. They brought people into the world who incarnated into this world and brought a death seal into the world instead of the life seal that Christ brought. So that's something to think about if you're you used to be a Christian, or you are, or you're even Jewish and you believe in Jeshua or Muslim and Muhammad and things like that. Some of this information has specific dates, like 1748. So anybody that like ascended into Terra or into the halls of Mentis, as like Thoth and people like this, you have to find out like, well, around when they were born and then around when these seals were put into our genetic code. And that will actually give you a better understanding of this code. So, and how this code actually affects us and our consciousness. Hopefully that you're continuing to listen and you are waking up. And I would encourage everybody, like I said, I'll be doing some more videos like defending all the different religions, because what the elites have done is taken truths out of like the main truth of humanity and then split it up into a bunch of religions. Jehovah destroyed the Tower of Babel, and then he split us up everywhere. And so we are separated in these ways, and I think the more and more we wake up, we start to realize, especially in the United States, that you know, we really are all the same. I guess I'm probably going to cut this off, but I'm talking a lot because my camera is still going. But tune in for my next one, and we'll be talking about the Guardian Alliance, the Philadelphia Project, the Zeta Seal, and certain people having their seal removed. You may have had your seal removed. Something may have happened to you, and you just don't understand, and nobody's been able to explain to you what happens. Christians will not be able to. Pastors from your church, they won't. They will know what happened to you, and they will not tell you. In fact, their job is to push you back down and try to imprint that seal upon you and shove your chakras back down with fear, just fear. And as soon as you like come up in the Christian church and say you're special, they just want to like attack you and gossip about you or want to save you. It's weird. It's like, oh no, I came to help you. And then they act like they're going to save you from some horrible thing. So I don't want to get into too much negativity, but just be aware when you start to wake up that people around you aren't necessarily waking up. But we all need to wake up. The more